Oh, hello, hello. How are you? This is Els coming from Bemis Crafty Corner. And today I have this one. This one would be great for teachers, co-workers, maybe just to shove in someone's stocking or to have, sitting around in case company stops by that you weren't expecting. And this is a Christmas card. It's a little Christmas card. It's kind of like a slimline Christmas card. Only, it's not very slim. It's pretty fat. And the reason that it's fat is because if you open this up on the back here, there is a three and a half ounce candy bar that fits in there. Okay, I mean, you can put any kind of candy bar you want into it, but it's designed for this 3.5 ounce candy bar, and it fits in there very nicely. And so I'm going to show you how to do this, and that means a list of supplies. I'm going to get those out. And as always, the instructions for this as far as measurements and everything will be in the description box below. I'm going to get everything out. I'll be right back to walk you through everything we're going to need and to get started on this one. Be right back. Supplies: corner rounder, scoreboard and scoring tools, pair of scissors, adhesive. You're either going to want tape or glue, your choice. I recommend the glue, at least for the closure on the box, but just to put the mats and stuff down, tape works just fine. Some kind of stamp or sentiment that you're going to be using, some ink for that. If you have a stamping pad, that would be good. Paper trimmer, some paper for your sentiment, one piece of 8.5 by 11 paper, and then, some Christmas paper to decorate it. Or, whatever, birthday paper if you're going to make it for a birthday. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take our 8.5 by 11, we're going to cut it down to 8.5 by 10.5. Easy peasy. Now, we're going to go ahead and put this in the long way on the board. We're going to do some scoring. Yay! All right, so we're going to score this at 1/2 inch. Nice, easy, light scores. We're going to score it at 1 inch. Okay? Then we're going to score at 4 inches, 4.5 inches. And that's going to be the base for our box. And then we're going to come out and do it here at 7.5. Okay? So, 1/2, 1 inch, 4, 4.5, 7.5. Now we're going to turn it over, and we're going to go over that 7.5 again on the other side. Okay? Then we're going to spin this piece so that we have the 8.5 at the top of our scoreboard, and we're going to score at 1/2 inch, 1 inch. Then we're going to come out here. We're going to score at 7.5 inches, and again at 8 inches. So 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 7.5, and 8. Okay? I'm going to get rid of the scoreboard, and I'll be back, and I'm going to show you what we're going to cut off of this. Okay? Be right back. With the large flap towards me and the smaller ones up here, we're going to be taking some material away. We're going to get rid of this piece, and this piece on both sides. Okay? Then we're going to get rid of this piece and this piece, this one and this one, this one, this one, and this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. All right? So, Let's start on the side that has the 4 little boxes in the corner. We're going to cut to the second score line. Cut to the second score line. And then we're going to get rid of those 2 boxes. And this one little box. Dunk. My little box. Okay. Then we're going to move this out of the way because we're going to get rid of these 2 boxes. In. Bye-bye. And we're going to cut into the second score line. We're going to get rid of this little box. Dink. Okay. Then we're going to leave these 2, come down here. We're going to cut into the second score line. And we're going to get rid of this. Those 2 long boxes. Bye-bye. Okay. We're going to repeat this look on the other side. So, these ones, bye-bye. This one, bye-bye. These 2, let me get rid of this first. These 2. Into the second score line. Get rid of that little chunk. Right there. Oop. We're going to go in and get rid of these 2 boxes at the bottom. Okay? So you should have a piece that looks very strangely like this. I know, right? All right, so now that we have all of that, we are going to fold all the score lines except this one on the big box at the bottom, okay? So wherever there's a hill, turn it into a valley. Wherever there's a valley, turn it into a hill. Now, these little tabs, we're going to wedge those just a little bit. Dink. Dink. And that just helps later on with the tucking and everything. So. All right. Now, we need to round these corners, and the easiest way to do that is to fold the box in and then just use your corner rounder. It's a little difficult over here, but it can be done. Now, you don't have to round the corners if you don't want to, but I like it because it makes it look a little bit more finished. Okay? Now, we're going to fold down this first piece here. We're going to make sure that we have that nice and straight, and then we're going to put some glue on that. Now, if you want to use tape, by all means, go ahead and do that, but glue is better. And then we're just going to fold this over so that that line meets that unfolded score line. Okay? Put this in here before I dry my glue out. There we go. Now, we have a piece that looks like this. This flap, we're going to fold it this way. Okay? So that's our card. And that's our candy box. So let's go ahead and lay this down flat so we can decorate our candy box. All right. So I'm going to clear some things out of the way, get my stamp press out and all that good stuff and my ink, and I'll be right back. So I have a scrap of white paper, and what we are looking for is a piece that is 2 3/4. Oh, that just made it. 2 3/4 by 6 1/8. And 6 1/8 is that mark between 6 and 6 1/4. Okay, and that's our mat. Now, I like my corners to be, you know, a little bit different. So I think I'm going to do this to my corners. Just because I like that look, you know, and I think it'll look nice on there. So, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do some stamping. So I have my stamping plate here. And I have my piece of paper, which I'm going to put in here nicely. And then I'm going to put a little bit of tape right on the edge. Okay? Just to hold it in place. To get out my stamp. And I'm going to place this in the middle. Where I want it to be. Okay. And then I'm going to close this, pick up my stamp, and now I'm ready to stamp. Okay. Ink. And press. And remember, when you're stamping, let it sit for a couple of seconds. Let the ink actually get into the pore of the paper. Okay? Open. If I don't like it, it's not dark enough, it's not the way I want it, I'm going to just put a little bit more ink on my stamp. That's what the platform's for. Put it back down, give it another press. Count a few seconds. Let it sit, okay? Muy better. Okay, here we go. So now I'm going to take that off of there. And I'll get to this later. I'm going to get that out of the way. And that's just rubber. I just use a sheet of rubber. underneath, because when you're using these polymer stamps, they don't have any give to them. So this gives you a little bit of a softer base to push into. All right, so we have that part. Now you can ink this if you want to. I don't see any reason to ink it. Okay, so you can just put this in to your card. Let me get this tape open. All right, so I'm just going to find my center. Put that on there. Now, if you wanted to emboss that, that would be gorgeous if you embossed it. And to do that, all you have to do is, once you stamp it, just use your, leave everything the way it is, use your embossing pad on there, and then once you have that on there and it's perfectly lined up, then you can go ahead and take it out. That's just me. All right, so we have that part in. And now we need to decorate the front because it doesn't look much like a card. So I went out and I grabbed a few things out of my Christmas stuff, and I have this paper, which I think is kind of cool. So same size mat for this. So you're just going to cut a mat for this that's 2 3/4 by 6 1/8. Okay, so 2 3/4 by 6 1/8. All right. Now I can round the corners on this if I want to. I can ink this if I want to. Entirely up to me. I don't really want to do anything to it. I just want to put it on there. So that's what I'm going to do. Tape, tape, tape. Must have tape. And then I'm going to get this on here straight and centered. Two things I'm not really good at, straight and center. All right, so we got that on there. And I had these. I don't even remember where I got them. But they're kind of cute. So, I am going to ink these a little bit because they're very white. I just want to kind of dull it down a little bit. Much better. They were just in my face. All right. Glue. Doesn't matter if I put the pin in there or not. It still gets all gooey at the tip. All right. Glue. And I got this little strip. So we're going to take a piece of this. that. Put some glue on here. Put that on. Then I think we'll do one of these where it says burr. Let's see, that's about 1/2 inch. So let me just get a little piece of this at about 3/4 of an inch. And a little ink just to get rid of the white. Little glue. Put that on there, and then I'm gonna trim this down just a little bit. I'm gonna put it right there. I can, it's my card. Just like that. Okay, so now that I've futzed it around with this thing enough, I futzed it. Okay, so now I have it all decorated. Now what do I need? I need a candy bar. So here is my 3.5 ounce candy bar. By the way, if anybody is interested, this is a 3-inch by 6.25 inch candy bar. Okay. Now, if you want to put some finger pulls in here, you can certainly do that. Just, you know, find your center, throw a little notch in there. And I would recommend doing it on both sides because you never know if you're going to give it to a left or right-handed person. Makes it easier to get the candy bar out too. So these candy bars come in this box, and they are not otherwise really wrapped in there, so leave it in the box. So we're going to slide that in, and it slides in very easily. And then we're going to close the ends. Now, if you want to decorate the back of this, you certainly can. Same size mat, okay? Put that in there, just like that, okay? And that's it. It says Merry Christmas on the inside. You get a beautiful little card for them, and inside is a gooey little chocolate treat. That's it. So that's it. That's our little box, our little chocolate bar box. It does fit any 3 by 6 inch by, you know, 1/2 inch candy bar. It's about 3.5 ounces. Specifically, it fits these Ghirardelli caramel candy bars, but it can fit any candy bar you want. You can actually put a couple of Hershey bars in there if you wanted to, you know, just regular plain Hershey's. That's it. That's all I have for you today. If you're new here and you haven't done so already, go hit that button for me and subscribe. Like me, ring my bell, share me with all your friends, and then your friends can be my friends, and my friends can be your friends, and our friends can get to be friends. And before you know it, we have a giant crafting community. I go live on Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays. And on Sundays, we play trivia, so come on out and play with us. There's some prizes and things that go along with that. I have plenty of tutorials and how-tos and that type of thing, all about crafting, all different kinds of crafting. If you want to know what I have out, what's coming up, if you want to know what I have out, check out my playlists. If you want to know what's coming up, please check the community tab here on my YouTube channel or join my Facebook group, and there's a link to that in the description box below. Oh, let's see what else. Oh, yeah. All the who, what, when, why, and where of my life is listed in both of those places. You can check it out and find out what I've got coming up. That's it. That's all I have for you. Until I see you again, stay well. Bye-bye.